confirming. So let us start this session, everyone. Okay, so today is a very first demo, and in this session, we are going to talk about what is data engineering first. The agenda for today's session is that we are going to talk about what is data engineering and what is the role of a data engineer. Because we wanted to become a GCP data engineer. To become a GCP data engineer, first we will try to understand what is data engineering and what is the role of a data engineer. And after that, we will try to see what is Google Cloud Platform. Nowadays, it is having a plenty of opportunities for the GCP data engineers. Now, let us try to understand what is this Google Cloud Platform today and what are the benefits of using the Google Cloud Platform. Let us try to understand. And after that, I'm going to talk about the detailed course curriculum. I will talk about the detailed course curriculum. In this one, we are going to talk about the cloud basics as well as data engineering tools also. So these are the three things first we are going to talk about it. After that, as a fourth thing, we are going to talk about the course details. Course details such as the course timings, the notes, as well as the recordings. So these are the agenda for today's session, guys. Right? So first we will be starting with what is data engineering. After that, Google Cloud Platform overview, right? And third thing, we are going to see about the detailed course curriculum and the course details. I hope you guys are able to hear me clearly and see my screen as well. If you guys are facing any issues with an audio or video, please let me know, guys. Okay? Yeah.
No, it's visible and audible.
Okay, perfect. Now, and maybe some people may be having some kind of a questions that I got maybe for the course, right? Sir, how would I get a job from the course? Right. And some people may be having a question, what about my current experience? How do I manage my current experience? And some people does not know the cloud at all, right? So will they be able to get the job or not? And does it make sense to my profile or not? So these are the different questions. Even some people may be having even more questions also, right? So by the end of this session, I am going to tell you all of the answers for these questions. Even if you have any kind of a question also, you can raise the question to me and I'll try to answer it. Okay, so this is something that we are going to understand the end-to-end agenda of GCP data engineering today, and how is the market for GCP data engineering. All of those details we are going to talk about it today. And talking about myself, guys, my name is Shaik Saidhul and currently working as a actually associate solution architect. Yes, solution architect at Contact, and also a consultant at Databricks. And I do have completed my master's degree from NIT Trichy, National Institute of Technology, Tiruchirappalli. I do have more than 8 years of experience into the data and AI field. And coming to my certifications, so these are the certifications that I have. Okay, so coming to my training experience, especially in the data engineering, I do have more than 2 years of GCP data engineering training experience. From the last 2 years, I would say 2022, end of the 2022, we have started. Now we are in 2025, more than 2 years of experience that I have in GCP data engineering training. More than 4 years of experience into the GCP data engineer. Okay, so this is all about me, guys. Okay. Now, let us try to understand the very first topic. What is data engineering? Now tell me, guys, what do you guys know about data engineering? Tell me, what do you guys know about data engineering? What do you think the data engineering is? Tell me. You can unmute yourself and tell me. Mhm. Okay. Okay, correct. Exactly. Perfect. Very good answer. Any other answers, guys?
Analyzing the data and get the insights from the data.
Exactly. So that is also one more good answer. Okay, so let me gonna tell you. right? So usually what happens in the companies, or usually what happens is that, so you will be having a plenty of the data that is coming from an application, right? You wake up in the morning, you try to interact with an application, right? So maybe for ordering the breakfast, you go to the Zomato or you go to the Uber for ride. So what do? So the moment you interact with an application, that's where the data is getting generated. So you have a data that is coming from some application. You have a data that is coming from some file formats, right? CSV files, Excel files, flat files, JSON files, Avro files, Parquet files. So you have a data that is coming in the form of a file format. And some of the companies usually store their data in the form of a databases in a tabular format. And you have a data that is coming from IoT devices, sensor devices, right? So you are having a multiple data sources, nothing but the data is getting generated, our data is coming from the multiple data sources. So these are all the data sources. Sir, what do we do with this data? So what do we do with this data, sir? If you ask me, this data is very important for the business. This data is very important for the business. So what is business managers say is that if you try to analyze this data, if we try to analyze this data analysis will give you some kind of a insight. It will give you some kind of a insight or some information. And this insights or information is very useful for the business improvement, very useful for the business improvement. So this is what is the main agenda for every company. The goal of every company, right, is to, they wanted to improve their business, right? Maybe they wanted to increase the number of sales, or they wanted to increase the customer count, or they wanted to improve the customer satisfaction, right? Every business have their end goal is to improve the business, right? If you guys wanted to improve the business, you do a proper analysis on top of your data. You need to do a proper analysis on top of your data. Those analysis will give you some kind of a insight. It will give you some kind of a insight. These insight is very useful for the business improvement, very useful for the business improvement, guys. So this is what is data engineering in a simple words. So you have a data that is coming from multiple data sources. The end goal is to improve the business. So we need to analyze the data. And when you analyze the data, it will give you some kind of insights. These insights are very useful for the business improvement. Right? Sir, this is not that much easy. Sir, what are the steps involved in this particular thing? Sir, if I wanted to analyze the data, what I have to do? Sir, if I wanted to improve the business, I have to do the analysis. Sir, if I wanted to analyze the data, what we have to do? Right? So the very first thing we need to understand, we have a multiple data sources. Sir, these data sources or these data is coming from different servers, or different applications, or different locations, or different areas, right? So the application may be running in some server, the files are coming from some another server, or the database is running some other location. So these are working in, or this data is coming from multiple data sources. So it is coming from different locations, different servers. So the very first activity as a data engineer we do is that we extract this data and we store the data into a single location, right? The very first thing that we are going to do is that we are going to extract this data, or we are going to do the ingestion. This is called as a data ingestion. We ingest the data from the multiple data sources to the data lake to store the data. So this is where we are going to store the data, sir. Because now the data in a single location. Now we extract the data from these multiple data sources, we ingest it into the storage layer called data lake. Right, sir. Now, tell me, guys. Now we have the data here. We have the entire raw data here in the data lake. Tell me, guys, can we directly go for the analysis now? Can you guys confirm? Can we
No,
directly go for the analysis?
no.
Right. The answer is no. Why?
Because there is a requirement of transformation of data,
Right. Why we need to transform the data?
because we are getting data from the files and the table structure we have. Suppose we are getting data from file, the column belongs to different data type, and the table we have is belongs to different data type. For that,
Okay.
we have to modify the data type and
Okay.
suppose and
So
validate the data.
here, so usually this data is a raw data. The raw data have a plenty of the issues, right? So usually you wanted to have the food, you wanted to eat a rice today. You can't just go to supermarket and buy the rice and eat it, right? You don't eat it like that, right? You boil it, you process it according to the requirement. If according to the way, whatever however you eat it every day, you wanted it to be process it, boil it, right? Then only you will be able to eat it. You can't just have the raw rice, right? Similarly, so now this raw data may have a plenty of the problems, like it may have a duplicates, it may have a null values, it may have a bad records, it may have a unnecessary data also. So these are the different problems your raw data, because this is a raw data, everyone. This raw data may have a different problems. It may have a duplicates, a null data, or a bad records, or unnecessary information. What do we do is that we are going to process this data. We extract the data from the storage layer. We are going to properly process it, and we are going to send it to the analysis. We are going to send it to the data warehouses for the analysis. So this is where we do the analysis. So what we are trying to do, sir, we are extracting the data from this data lake. We are going to do multiple processing steps to process the data, clean the data, so, prepare the data for the analysis purpose. Right, so data processing, one of the important step for every data engineer to do it. Every data engineer should have a very good amount of knowledge on the data processing, because there are plenty of the data processing tools available, such as Spark or Apache Beam or Pandas, or different data processing tools available outside. We are going to use those frameworks to process the data, because if you don't process the data, you have your this kind of issues will be there. When you have a data with duplicates, or when you have a data with issues, your data accuracy is very less. Sorry, accuracy is more. When the data accuracy is not there, the results will not be accurate, right? The data analysis results are not accurate. So that is the reason we are going to add some kind of a value to the data in the data processing. So data processing is one of the important step for us to clean the data, prepare the data for the analysis. Then we send this data to the data warehouses, where we do the data analysis here. Once we do the data analysis, the output may be used for the BI for creating a dashboards or reports. The output may be used by the ML for creating an ML models out of it, or the output may be used by the data scientist for finding the future trends, or the output may be used by the business groups also. Right? So these are all the multiple, downstream people. So these are downstream people or downstreams. Right, so whatever the analysis reports, right, so the tables, the analysis data, analyzed data can be used by the BI or ML or a data scientist or a business group. Right, so this is what is data engineering, everyone. In addition to these steps, there is a one more step that is called as data warehousing and monitoring. So one more important step is that data warehousing, data governance and monitoring. So which makes sure that, because your data is moving from here to here to here to here. So when the data is keep on moving between the multiple platforms, the data accuracy is important. You have to validate the data properly. To validate the data or govern the data, monitor the pipelines, you have a one more important step that is called as data governance, making sure that people should be having a valid access to the data, and the data validation checks should be done, and one more thing is that audit should be done properly. So these are all the things comes under the data governance also. So this is what we call it as the data engineering, guys. So this is a simple and high level data engineering a pipeline looks like, right? So you may be having multiple data sources, store the data, process the data, analyze the data, and send the data to the downstream for the usage purpose. And while we are doing so, we should also be doing the data governance and monitoring steps as well, to making sure that your data is accurate and complete throughout the platforms. So this is what is data engineering, everyone. I hope you guys got some idea. In a descriptive way, if you guys wanted to see it here, you can also see. Take a minute and try to read this one, please. So data engineering is a process of collecting, right? So it is a process of collecting, organizing, preparing large amounts of the data so that it can be used for the analysis. It can be easily used and analyzed, right? So it while you are doing so, it may involve the designing the systems and infrastructure, because we don't want to do the things manually. So we wanted to build the systems and infrastructure that should automatically capture the data, store the data, process the data, and access the data efficiently, right? So this is what is data engineering, everyone. I hope you guys got some high level idea on what is data engineering. And in addition to that, sir, what the data engineer do on a daily basis? Sir, if you ask me, a data engineer may work on the data ingestion. A data engineer will work on the data storage and management. Data engineer may work on data processing, processing the data with a different data frameworks. Data quality and governance, data pipeline creations, batch pipelines and streaming pipelines, performance optimization to make sure that your code or a pipeline is running in an optimized fashion, monitoring and maintenance to make sure that all the upgrades and patches and everything and pipelines are running smoothly. So these are all different you know steps or different activities that a data engineer will do on a daily basis. Okay, one data engineer may work on the data ingestion. One may work on a data ingest, storage, and management. One may work on data processing, data quality, data pipelines, performance optimization, monitoring, and maintenance. So this is what is the daily activities of a data engineer, guys. So when a data engineer working on the project, so he will be doing any of these activities on a daily basis. Okay, so this is what is data engineering. I hope you guys got some idea on what is data engineering now. Any questions before we start the next topic, that is what is Google Cloud Platform? Because we are planning to become a data engineer. It doesn't make any sense at all if you do not know what is actually the data engineering is. Right? So we start with the very basics and we go to the advanced session, advanced topic. Of course, right? So while you are processing the data, you need some kind of a programming knowledge also. We will talk about that. Yes. Sure, whether we are covering in our topics or not in the course curriculum, I will talk about that. Yes. Yes. Any other questions, anyone?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Sir, actually, you told that we are extracting the raw data from the external files and we are storing that files into data lake, right? And after that, we are processing. So during processing, we are doing some ETL activity, right?
Okay.
And that after the ETL activity, we are storing the data into data warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we are analyzing the data in the data warehouse and we are sending that data into the dashboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
So in this course, do we are going to learn about ETL activity? That's my
Everything.
question.
Yes. Of course, you can directly
Everything.
ask
That
that question.
means in this course we are going to cover full stack data engineering, right?
Of course.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay, so now that you guys know what is data engineering, let me gonna talk about, because we are going to become a GCP data engineer. So we will try to understand what is Google Cloud Platform also now. Okay, we will try to understand what is Google Cloud Platform also. Now tell me, what are the other cloud platforms that you guys know?
Azure, AWS. There
Okay,
are three Google Cloud platforms.
so one is Azure and AWS and
GCP.
GCP and Alibaba. There's a Oracle,
Okay. Right.
right? So there are different cloud platforms available in the market. Yes or no, guys? So there are
Yes.
multiple cloud platforms available in the market, right? So one is AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba, Oracle, even more also available. IBM also. IBM Cloud is also available. Sir, these are all the cloud providers. These are all the cloud providers. Sir, what they provide us? Tell me. Can you guys guess it? What are these cloud providers provides to the companies? What they provide? Yes. Okay. Any other answers? Sir, there are multiple cloud providers. Okay, infrastructure. Yes, very good. Sir, AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba, Oracle, IBM. So these are the multiple cloud providers available in the market, and they provide what to the organization? Sir, they provide you the cloud computing services. They provide you the cloud computing services. They provide you the cloud computing services. Sir, what they provide? Sir, they provide, the cloud providers provides you the cloud computing services to the organization. Right? Why, sir? Why the organization need these cloud computing services? Does the organization does not have the services to do their project activity? Because, for example, in the organizations, multiple projects will be there. In one of the project, they may wanted to store the data, they may wanted to process the data, they may wanted to analyze the data and visualize the data, for example. Okay, this is one of the project in the organization. Or in another project, they wanted to build an application and deploy the application and scale the application. And similarly, in another, they wanted to create a ML model or deploy the ML model, register the model, and scale the model, scale the ML model. In another project, in the networking project, they wanted to create networking components such as subnets, VNets, load balancer. So these are the different things that they wanted to create it. So in a different projects in the organization, they wanted to do different requirements. They wanted to fulfill their different requirements. In one of the project requirement is to store the data, process the data, analyze the data, visualize the data. In another project is that they wanted to create an application, deploy the application, scale the applications and services in the cloud. Right. Sir, without the cloud also they are able to work. Yes or no? For example, let us take storing the data. This is one of the example. Let us take. So let me gonna give you, sir, I am giving you 100 terabytes of the data. Assume that you have a client. That client has given you 100 terabytes of the data. Tell me, guys, they are asking you to store the data. How do you store it? Assume that you do not have any cloud platform. At this point of time, assume that while answering this one, you do not have a cloud platform. They're asking you to store this data, 100 terabytes of the data. They're asking you to store it in the company. So in the company, they're asking you to store some 100 terabytes of the data. Tell me, how do you store it?
In a physical server.
Okay, physical server. Any other answers? Right. Okay. Any other answers, guys? Anyone care to answer it? Sir, you have to store 100 terabytes of the data without the cloud platform. Is it possible to store first? Without the cloud, is it possible to store 100 terabytes of the data or not? Okay. See, for example, if you guys wanted to store 100 terabytes of the data in the company first purchase the multiple machines. The company first purchase the machines because they does not have any hardware. They have to purchase the hardware, right? Once they purchase the machines or hardware, they have to create a server out of it. They have to create a server out of it. While doing so, they have to assign the storage, configure the backups. They have to do the configuring the backups. They have to assign the networking also. They have to set up the networking. They have to set up the networking also. And after they have to do the installing some kind of a operating system or libraries or any kind of a modules that they wanted. They have to install it, and after that they have to take care of the maintenance and management also. Yeah, all of those things, security perspective also, yes, security, kind of a security activities also they have to take care of it, right? So these are all the things. If a company wanted to store the data, first they have to take care of all of these things. Yes or no, guys? Confirm, please. So the company has to take care of all of these things, then only they will think about storing this 100 terabytes of the data. Then only they will think about storing this 100 terabytes of the data. Then they will go ahead and store this data, right? So this is what it is, right? Tell me how much time this could take.
Plenty of time.
So it is taking not only a lot of time, it not only takes the lot of time, also takes lot of effort. Yes or no? Many people works behind the scene, many engineers, many teams, many developers, many, right? So data engineers, right? So they should be working behind the scene, infrastructure engineers, and there should be a lot of effort. While you are recruiting them, there's a lot of money also you have to put into. So when you are working in the without the cloud platform, that is called as on premises, right? So this way of working, we call it as a traditional way of working, right? So this is called as traditional way of working. So when you are working in the traditional methodology, you are not only putting lot of time, you are also spending lot of effort, lot of money also. So this is what is the problem with the traditional. So this is what is the problem with the traditional things. Okay, so this is what is the problem with the traditional. So when you're putting a lot of effort, lot of time, and lot of money, so the companies are ready to go with this method of traditional methods. They are looking for an alternative solution because no one wanted to spend a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of money for these kind of an activities. Not only storing the data, this is an example. Maybe for processing, maybe for analyzing, maybe for visualizing, maybe for creating a model. So do all of those things. You need a plenty of setup to be done, which it takes 3 to 4 months usually in the companies, right? So company does not have, because when the company is spending that much amount of a time, the delivery cycles are more, the company does not yield a good profit out of it. So that is where they were looking for an alternative solution. Tell me, guys, do we have an alternative solution for this one?
Nowadays it is cloud.
Yes, we can go to the cloud. So what the cloud says, tell me, guys, what the cloud says. What the cloud says for this example, they wanted to store the data. What could cloud offer you? What could a cloud provider will offer you? Correct. Exactly. 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 So now, exactly. So now what happens here is that, so when you are putting a lot of effort for this entire infrastructural activities, so what could cloud is offering you is that cloud is offering you the cloud computing services. So one of the service I am taking here, that is GCS for this example. I am taking one of the service. This is a cloud computing service, guys. It is offered by the cloud. So one of the services Google Cloud Storage. So which is a cloud computing service. So what we can do, we can go to the Google Cloud platform, create our account, and then the moment you created your account, you can directly go to the Google Cloud Storage and store this data. You can directly go to the Google Cloud Storage and store this data. Hardly takes few hours, maybe let us just say 1 day. So here you are spending like more amount of time, like 3 to 4 months. Here it is hardly 1 day to store such kind of amount of a data, right? So what is cloud providers offering you guys? Now look at here, the cloud providers are offering you the cloud computing services. They are offering you the cloud computing service, nothing but ready-made services for your project requirement fulfilling, right? So if you are earlier days like 15, 20, 30 years before, if you guys wanted to buy a shirt, you can't just buy a shirt at that point of time, 30 years before, 40 years before. Just go ahead and ask your parents, they say, right? So you, if I wanted to buy a shirt, we do not have a ready-made shirts available at that point of time. They have to buy a cloth, they have to give it for the stitching master, and he will be stitching it. He will take 3 to 4 days, or sometimes 1 week, or two weeks also, and then he will later find and give it to you. And sometimes there could be a, right, according to your size and fit, he will be stitching the shirt, and he will give it to you after 1 or 2 weeks. So that's how usually happens. So that's where you're doing everything from the scratch. That's called as a on premises or a traditional method. What is happening nowadays? So that process we are not following now. Very rarely we will say, if we are. So nowadays we go to a shopping mall, we just find a suitable shirt, the color, the size, the fit. We even go for trialing also. And if everything goes good, we just go ahead and buy the shirt and we pay the money. That's it. Hardly takes 1 hour for you to do that. Earlier it was taking 2 weeks to do that. So that's the same difference you guys see here. So one is ready made. You have the services ready made. You are doing everything from the scratch here. So ready made cloud computing services are provided for the renting purpose to you guys. So these services are very useful for the organizations to store the data, process the data, analyze the data, visualize the data. So this is what is cloud platforms or cloud providers. One of such cloud provider is a Google Cloud Platform, everyone. One of such cloud platform is a Google Cloud Platform, because Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services. Google Cloud Platform is one of the leading cloud provider. It is one of the leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations to store the data, process the data, build the applications, create the model, whatever the things that you guys wanted to do. So this is what is Google Cloud Platform. So Google Cloud Platform is a leading cloud provider which provides you the cloud computing services for the to the organizations to fulfill their project requirements, whether it is for building an application, scaling an application, and deploying an application. So this is what is Google Cloud Platform, everyone. Similarly, you have other cloud platforms also. If you go to a supermarket, however, you find a different varieties of the chocolates. One one finds it a dairy milk, one can buy a Kit Kat, one can buy a Milky Bar, one can buy a different varieties of the chocolates, right? In the same thing, you have a different varieties of the cloud providers are available, like AWS, Azure, GCP, Alibaba, Oracle, and IBM. And these are the three leading cloud providers in the market now. So these are the three leading cloud providers. So one of such is a Google Cloud Platform, which is a leading cloud provider for it provides you the cloud computing services for the organizations. So that's what I try to say you the same thing here, guys. Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services offered by the Google. We already know that it is offered by the Google. And it offers you a wide range of products and solutions to the organizations to help in building, deploying, and scaling the applications and services in the cloud. Whatever we have seen, that's the same thing I have mentioned here. Yeah, little bit good sentence. Google Cloud Platform is a suite of cloud computing services offered by the Google. It is a suite of cloud computing services offered by the Google. Sir, what is that suite? What are the cloud computing services it is offering, sir? If you ask me, so these are the cloud computing services it is offering. One is compute, identity and security, management tools, networking services, big data services, storage and database services, and machine learning services. So these many set of services it is going to be offering, guys. Right? So if you are a developer, you can go ahead and use the development tools. If you are a data engineer, you can go and use the big data engineering and storage and database services. So we wanted to become a data engineer. We are focusing on these services, guys, in our topics. I'll talk about the detailed course curriculum anyway, but this is what it is. Google Cloud Platform offering you a plenty of cloud computing services. These are all the cloud computing services, everyone. Even more are there. Even more are there. I just shown you for your understanding. Right? Yes. And these services are okay. These services are cost effective. Why we use the Google Cloud Platform? Because it is providing you the cost effective services compared to the other cloud platforms. Or why, if a company already using the AWS, why it has to come to the GCP? It is because the cost of the AWS is very more or higher than the GCP. So that's the reason most of the companies have started using the GCP, because GCP is providing you the cost effective services. When companies are choosing the GCP for data engineering projects, there is a plenty of projects are there, and there's a plenty of recruitment happening now. So we see a very good amount of opportunities outside. People are getting the calls like anything, good amount of calls. So at least 20 plus calls in a month they are getting it. Right, the moment you put resume, you get a very good number of calls, and you can go for the interviews directly. Right, so it is providing you the cost effective services. These services are flexible, these services are scalable, these services are reliable and secure, fully managed services it is offering, fast and simple interface. So Google Cloud Platform has a very good community support. First, Google has a very good community support, and it is offering you the cost effective, flexible, scalable, reliable, secure, fully managed, and fast and simple interface. Okay, so this is what is Google Cloud Platform, everyone, and these are the features that it is offering. And you can also see the growth market. It is just an image that I have copied from the internet. Okay, so you can look at here, the growth rate in the last quarter for the GCP is more than the AWS and Azure. So this is AWS, more than AWS, Azure is there, more than Azure, you have a GCP. The growth market for the GCP is more. That means the growth from the last year to this year, last quarter to this quarter, the Google Cloud Platform growth is more. So this is in this way we can say that the market for the GCP is increasing. Then there's a good amount of opportunities, but the very less manpower outside. Okay, so this is what it is. And yes, this is where we have seen what is Google Cloud Platform also. Okay, now that you guys have a basic idea on what is data engineering and what is Google Cloud Platform, right? In our upcoming sessions, we will talk about a lot more things, and we will understand even more things about what is data engineering, how do we process the data, how do we analyze the data in a deeper way, right? So you will also understand the GCP concepts more, right? So this is a basic idea I just wanted to give you, right, so that you will have some idea on before we jump onto the actual sessions from tomorrow onwards, right? So that's the reason. Now let me gonna tell you the detailed course curriculum, guys. Let me gonna tell you the detailed course curriculum so that you will get some idea, right? So for that one, I'm gonna tell you guys. So Google Cloud Platform is offering you a plenty of services. So what I have done is that the entire course content we have divided into two areas, or two modules, or two sections. The very first section is Cloud Basics. Cloud Basics. Right? The second section is that Data Engineering Tools. Data Engineering Tools. Okay, so this is something that we are going to see. So we have divided that entire course content into the two sections. One is Cloud Basics and one more is Data Engineering Tools. In the Cloud Basics, we are going to talk about some of the concepts, and in the Data Engineering Tools, we are going to learn about more topics here. So first, let me gonna tell you what are the topics that we are going to cover here, and what are the topics that we are going to cover here. We will try to understand. I'll show you one by one. The very first topic is, maybe now you might have already got some idea on why we need the cloud platform and on premises, and what is Google Cloud Platform, and why, what is the Google Cloud Platform introduction, why we learn the GCP, and what is the opportunities and certifications. And Google Cloud Platform interfaces, we have a console, Cloud Shell, Cloud SDK. And after that, we have a console walkthrough where I'm going to tell you how to create a free tier account in the GCP, because Google Cloud Platform is offering you a free tier account, guys. So you don't need to worry about it. I will tell you how to create a free tier account also. And after that, we will see a project setup, how to set up the project, and enabling the building and managing the APIs. And we will also see the GCP locations, what is region, what is zone, what is selection criteria, and the importance. Sixth one, we are going to talk about the IAM and admin. In this one, we are going to see what are the identities, roles, policy, resource hierarchy. So these are the cloud basics that we are going to cover, which are very important things. Total 5 modules that we are going to cover. What is Google Cloud Platform? Interfaces, console walkthrough, GCP locations, IAM and admin. So these are all the modules that we are going to cover as a part of this one. It is going to be taking 7 to 8 hours. Okay, so 7 to 8 hours or 6 to 8 hours, somewhere around 6 to 8 hours it will take. After that, we will be jumping on to the data engineering tools, right? So data engineering, so there are multiple data engineering tools that we are going to learn, right? So after that, we are going to see the data. Now we know already the data is categorized into unstructured data, semi-structured data, and structured data. In the unstructured data, we are going to talk about GCS. For semi-structured, we are going to talk about the big table, and structured OLTP Cloud SQL, structured OLAP BigQuery. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 storage and database services we are going to learn about in a deep. Okay, so there are 4. One is GCS, Bigtable, Cloud SQL, BigQuery. So these are the 4 storage and database services. These are storage and database services, guys. So we are going to learn about basic to the advanced. Then we go to the next topic, that is data pipeline creation. So for creating the data pipelines, you can create a Spark and Hadoop pipelines. For creating a Spark and Hadoop pipelines in the Dataproc and submitted it, we have a Dataproc, one of the service. So Dataproc, here we are going to see what is Dataproc and how do we deal with the Spark and Hadoop jobs in the Dataproc. That is one. The next one, we are going to learn about the Apache Beam pipelines and how do we create the Apache Beam pipelines and how do we execute the Apache Beam pipelines with help of the data flow. So that is where the second one. And we are going to create a code-free data pipelines with the help of the data fusion. So data fusion, without writing any code, you can also create a data pipelines by using the graphical user interface. So this is what is we are going to learn about the third one. And when it comes to the orchestrating your pipelines, right? So for workflow orchestration, we are going to learn about Airflow or Composer, which is also one of the important service, that is 4. From last 3 to 4 batches onwards, we have added one more lakehouse platform that is called as Databricks. Very, very important topic nowadays, very hot topic nowadays. So I have also added the Databricks, which we are going to cover as a part of this course. Okay, so total 5 from basic to advanced we are going to cover here. These are comes under the data pipeline and orchestration. Additionally, for streaming data orchestration, for streaming data ingestion, we are learning about PubSub. And for event-based solution, we are going to learn about cloud functions. And there's one of the complementary topic, that is Terraform. Some of the companies are asking some basic knowledge on the Terraform. So that's this is a complementary topic. Right? So as a video, it is provided. Taught by me only. As a video, it will be provided. So here again, 3, basic to advanced. So here, so if you guys count it, 4 plus 5 plus 3. So 4 plus 5 plus 3. So total, tell me guys how many? So 12 data engineering tools from basic to the advanced. Here we are going to spend more amount of a time. Right? So it's going to take 40 hours here only. We are going to spend more than 40 hours here only. Okay? Yes. In addition to that, so while we are working on the BigQuery, while we are working on the data proc, while we are working on the orchestration, we need to know some of the programming concepts also. So as a part of the data engineering, we are covering the programming concepts like Linux basics, Python for data engineers, PySpark, and Beam. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, these things also covered. So you don't need to worry about, sir, I do not know Python. No worries at all. I am going to teach it in a very, very simple way. Linux, I'm going to teach. PySpark, I'm going to teach. Apache Beam, I'm going to teach. Don't worry at all. The only thing which is missing here for data engineering, can anyone guess it, guys? What is one thing that is missing here?
Visualization tool.
No, that is not comes under data engineering. Sir, SQL is missing. Yes or no?
Okay. Yes, sir.
SQL is the prerequisite for the course. The basic knowledge on the SQL is the prerequisite for the course. Okay, so this is what is a prerequisite for the course, guys. If you do not know the SQL also, don't worry. I'm just asking only the basic knowledge on the SQL. SQL development is covered in our course. The only basic knowledge you should be coming up with the SQL, guys. So that is something where you have to learn also. I will tell you later. But this is a prerequisite for the course, right? You have to spend at least 4 to 5 hours to learn the SQL. Maybe in the YouTube, maybe in the any other platforms you can learn. Okay, I'll also tell you. I'll also guide you how do you learn the SQL also. Maybe in our upcoming sessions, I'll tell you. Right, so that is the prerequisite for the course, guys. Rest of all the things are on me. I'm going to teach it from the basic to the advanced, so that you will be a pro by the end of the question, by the end of the course, so that you can ready for the interview. So that's the main aim of the course, guys. Okay, yes. Coming to the course details, so course duration is almost 3 months, more than 50 hours it will take. Timings daily 1 hour, Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, guys, daily 1 hour. The timing also, now you guys know what is the timing, guys. The same timing, 9:30 to 10:30, daily same timing. Okay, 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. IST. So this is the same timing, guys. And the delivery online live sessions only, guys. Daily live sessions only. I am going to teach you online. On the add-ons, coming to the add-ons, we are going to share you the daily video recordings. Video recordings are shared on daily basis. Comprehensive material, I did not show you this material, right, of mine, which is very famous outside. You can also check it out. So this is where the material, guys, I'm going to provide you the OneNote. So here is a course content on a high level. If you guys wanted to see, this is a notes, guys, which is very structured, which gives you everything in a single. So you can see here, guys. So we are covering the cloud basics, we are covering the programming, we are covering the data engineering, and I did not talk about the projects, case studies, and end-to-end pipeline, right? So these are all the things you can see which are covered. So two BigQuery case studies, two case studies and one end-to-end pipeline in the data proc, two case studies and one end-to-end streaming pipeline in the data flow, four end-to-end DAGs in the Airflow, two case studies streaming and autoloader, and one end-to-end workflow in the database. So these are all the things. Okay, maybe I'll show you the notes so that you can see here. We will be starting with the cloud basics. In the cloud basics, GCP introduction, GCP interfaces, GCP console walkthrough, GCP locations, GCP IAM and admin, account creation. I'm going to tell you how to create an account also, installing the SDK, and Linux basics. So this is all about the GCP cloud basics. After the data engineering tools, the very first one is GCS. So what is GCS? How to create a bucket in the GCS from the console. From the Cloud Shell, what are the Cloud Shell commands also? There is an assignment also. Cloud Cloud SQL. What is Cloud SQL? And what are the architecture and how do we connect it to the Cloud SQL? Here we are learning about the database migration project. One of the database migration project we are going to cover, where multiple phases are here. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. So this is some idea. Right, we are going to cover the data migration project in two methods. One is manual method, one more is DMS. And you have a sample data for practice purpose, and there is an assignment also. BigQuery. What is BigQuery? BigQuery is architecture, BigQuery is limitations. Working with the BigQuery, different varieties of the table creations in the BigQuery, sample data for practice, advanced topics, what is partitioning and what is clustering, which is comes under the storage optimization technique, working with the different types of arrays, nested and repeated fields, assignment 1, case study 1 and case study 2. I told you two case studies in the BigQuery, here it is. So case study 1 and case study 2. And finally, BigQuery views, BigQuery optimization techniques also. Commonly asked the question in the interview, what is BigQuery optimizations? You can mention here. This, and after that we are going to cover Python now. Sir, in the Python we have 4 chapters. Python data types, Python data structures, data type string, numbers, booleans, and none. Data structures list, tuple, dictionary, and set. Python programming constructions, if, elif, and else statements, for loop and while loops, exceptional handling, file input output operations, functions, and classes. So these are the 4 chapters that we are going to cover, and we have a assignments also here also. Practice questions are assignments. And then data proc, the next data engineering service. Sir, what is Hadoop? What is Spark? How they are different from each other? And what is data proc? How it is different from the Hadoop and the Spark? And how do we create a cluster in the data proc? What is Spark and what is PySpark? Lab sessions, sample data, case study 1 and case study 2 and case study 3. 3 case studies. So 3 case studies here we are going to cover. And data flow, that's what I'm mentioning right here. So 2 BigQuery case studies, 2 case studies, 1 end-to-end, nothing but 3 case studies in the data proc, right? So that is what. And the same thing, sorry, again go to the data flow. Right now the data flow. Sir, what is data flow? What is data flow? How it is different from the data proc? Create a workbench, right? So what is Apache Beam? What is cloud data flow? How the simple Apache Beam pipeline looks like, what is P collection, what is P transform, all the things are here. And create a workbench, lab sessions, sample data set for practice, case study 1, assignment 1, template method of creating the pipelines, case study 2. So 2 case studies, 3 case studies actually here, but yeah, you can mention, right? So 3 case studies here. And what is PubSub? The PubSub architecture. Airflow, very important. So what is Composer? what is workflow orchestration, composer architecture, what is DAG, creating the DAG, cron job format, creating a composer environment, level 1 DAG creation for BigQuery jobs, level 2 DAG creation for Dataproc jobs, level 3 DAG creation for Dataflow jobs, level 4 for parent and dog relationship, and level 5 is for assignment. And basic idea on implementing the CI/CD in the Airflow also. A basic idea implementing a CI/CD also here. Finally, data fusion. We already know which is a graphical user way of creating the data pipelines. What is data fusion? And end-to-end pipeline here. And one more is cloud functions and use case here. Databricks final topic. Module 1. What is data lakehouse architecture? Introduction to the Databricks. Unity catalog, metastore, catalog schemas, tables, volumes, functions, models, sectional data storage, delta steering, Databricks clusters, Databricks notebooks, Databricks DB utility commands, delta lake, structured streaming with Databricks, incremental data loading, workflows, end-to-end project also. So all the things which we are going to cover, guys. So all the things. Okay. So this is the entire thing which I have mentioned here, the same thing. Okay. The high level course curriculum is here. And I have also told you the details. The daily, okay, I'm going to mention it here. You can see here. So daily duration 3 months, daily 1 hour, online live sessions. Video recordings are provided, comprehensive material, assignments will be there, real-time projects and case studies, interview questions will be there, certification dumps, and resume assistance is also provided. And I did not show you one thing in my notes. There is an interview tab also here. In the interview tab, you have a resume templates. If you guys wanted to create your resume for the job purpose, you have a resume templates that download it. You can go ahead do that. Create your resumes. Interview introduction. Project 1 explanation is here already. Project 2 explanation is also here. Their architectures also for your understanding. And theoretical questions of interview theoretical questions, interview coding questions also here. So if you go for an interview, there will be a theoretical questions as there will be a coding questions also. So all the things. For those people who wanted to go for a certification, I have provided the certification dumps also here. Okay, so this is where you have everything here, guys. Okay, yes. Right. So this is about the demo session, guys. As per the demo session, I have told you everything as I wanted to tell you today, guys. Now let me gonna give you the time for you to ask the question. And maybe one of the few people may be having a question, sir. How can I manage my current experience? Let me gonna talk about that. So maybe some of the people may be having a one question. Sir, I have it here already. Yes, this one. Sir, I have 1 year of experience. I have a 2 years of experience. I have a 3 years of experience. I have a 4 years of experience. Sir, I have a 5 years of experience, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Sir, how can I do it? What I can do? So for those people, this is what is a years of experience here you have. This is what is your current years of experience, right? Sir, I have 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 9 years, 11 years. For those people, for example, you are a fresher. For example, you are a fresher. You prepare your resume saying that I have learned the Google Cloud Platform course, and you go for an interview. They will ask the questions related to that, and you can tackle your question. This is a course for freshers also, guys. And the next thing, if you have a 2 years of experience, you prepare your resume saying that last 1 year on the GCP and go for an interview. Create your resume with the last 1 year on the GCP, and rest 1 year is your whatever the current experience you have to mention it. Whatever the current experience. For example, you are a tester, you mention 1 year on the GCP, 1 year on the testing background. 1 year on the testing background or 1 year on the GCP. So that's how you mention. For example, you have a 3 years of experience. You prepare your resume saying that last 1.5 years on the GCP and rest 1.5 years is your current experience. For example, your current experience is a mechanical engineer. 1.5 years experience as a mechanical engineer, 1.5 years experience as a GCP data engineer. 5 years, last 2 years on the GCP, Rest of 3 years on the current experience. 7 years, last 2.5, 4.5. 9 years, 2.5, 6.5. 11 plus 3 plus years on the GCP, rest of the 8 years on the current experience. So this is how you can able to, and you create your resume accordingly, upload it to the Now Korean LinkedIn, go for the interviews. I'm telling you, for sure, you will be at least having a 20 plus interviews. 20 plus interviews are scheduled for you guys. So at least if you crack it one, for sure you will be having an offer letter in your hand. You will be having an offer. I am seeing people are, you know, bagging multiple offers also, right? So this is something that I am seeing it nowadays. People are getting a multiple offers also. So this is how you can plan your resume and you can plan your current experience, so that the course will give you the entire knowledge for you to explain in the interview and explain your project in the interview also. And the, if you guys follow my entire things, lab sessions, assignments also, you should be able to work in the company as comfortably also. Okay, so the course will give you everything. You have to properly manage your experience. You should be having a proper accurate documents also. Okay, once you have a proper experience and documents, and my course will give you at least 3 years of experience knowledge, so that you can go ahead comfortably and crack your interview, go and work in the company comfortably. So this is what is something that you can plan it, guys. Okay, now if you guys have any questions, you can ask me. Let me gonna see if anyone have any questions. Tell me, guys, if you guys have any questions, you can ask me now. Tell me, everyone, if anyone have any questions, please raise your hand. So let me gonna see who is asking the question. Please raise your hand. We will see it, guys. Do not talk directly. Okay, just raise your hand. Yes, Saumya Panda, right? Yep. Yes, please.
Yes. Sir, yeah, thank you for giving the detailed information.
Yes,
I'm
please.
actually happy with this. And sir, actually, I have 4 year experience as a PL SQL developer,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm currently working in Teradata SQL in
Mm-hmm.
Accenture.
Mm-hmm.
And now I am trying to upskill my skill. And
Mm-hmm.
how much time actually, sir, I have to spend, though I am a working person. So,
Every day. So good question. So guys, everyone, whoever is coming from different backgrounds, right? So if you are coming from a mechanical background, production background, testing background, mainframe background, all right, different. So every day, the thing, only thing is, the only mantra here is that you have to join every day 1 hour live session. One more is, whatever we have covered in the 1 hour live session, you should be doing at least 20 to 30 minutes of practice. 20 minutes to 30 minutes daily for the practice. That's it. If you are doing
oh,
this mantra for next 3 months, for sure you are ready for the interview. Okay,
oh,
so this is for everyone, guys. Okay, yes.
okay. Sir, another question is, you have told about Python, right? And
Yeah.
I know that the people working with me in the programming, they have the version controller like GitHub.
Mhm.
Okay. And should we go for the GitHub for pushing the code and pulling the
Tho-
code?
those are like 1 minute activity, don't worry about those things. Okay, so no
Sorry, sir.
one has, those are 1 minute activities in the company. Okay, so don't have to worry about that. So it is just
Oh,
nowadays very simple activity, 1 or 2 minutes activity, don't worry about those things. Okay,
and
yes.
sir, after completing the course, I can comfortably work with Python and GCP, right?
Of course, that's the main aim of the course, right? Yes. So we will be covering everything end to end. If you guys are following my lab sessions, assignments, case studies, and projects, for sure you should be able to. That's already happened. More than 700 people got the jobs from my course. More than
Thank you.
700 people. Yes, please. Yes, thank you. Yes, Manish, you have any question? Manish Kumar.
Yeah,
Yes,
hi,
please.
sir.
Yes, please. Hi.
Sir, right now I'm working with Informatica and Oracle database.
Okay.
Uh, so I don't have that much knowledge on PL
Not at
SQL
all.
part.
No,
PL
not PL
SQL,
here. Here
yes.
you do only need the SQL knowledge, basic SQL knowledge. That's it.
Mhm.
Yes, that is
Okay.
more than enough.
So,
Yes, rest of the things are covered in the course.
so actually, I have almost 6 years of experience, sir.
Okay.
So, is it be useful for me to go on GCP?
My students are even 11, 13 years of experience also. Don't worry about that. It is not late at all. Okay. So one
Mhm.
of my student in the previous batch, he's having 13.5 years of experience and he attended my course. Now he is trying for this one, a lead kind of a position. Okay. So there are positions for all the, roles. So according to your experience, you get the job, right? So that's all.
Okay.
For
So,
sure.
sir, so right now I'm in means means salary wise I'm getting means
Even you get
experience
40
wise
also,
also.
you get 50
Okay.
next month. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
No worries
Okay.
at all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, yes. That's already proven. So one of the student got already 7 years of experience. His package was 32 and he's now earning 30, that not 30, 48, I guess. Yeah. So he got something like that. So at least 50% of 40 to 50%, you will get it for sure. So that was the highest package which we have seen is 48 guys, with the seven
Hmm.
years of experience. And one of the guy with 3 years of experience, from 6 to all the way from the 6 to he is able to get 21. So that's something that, with the 3 years of experience, 21, which I have seen, and even I have shocked, he got almost 4 offer letters and he went up to from 6 to the 21. That was very good. And one of the highest package is 48, and the one which I have shocked is 21, which is almost not even 3, also somewhere around 2.8, 2.9 years of experience itself that guy got, almost 4 offer letters and 31 21 package. So that's something that it is happens, no worries about the package, because it's always the companies has their own rule, right? So some people will have a very low package, some people will have a very high package, but still end of the day it is all about the percentage that they are going to increase. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Thank
Yes. Sure. Okay, so yes, Pavan Kumar, you have any question? Earlier you were talking something. Yes, please. Nothing? Okay, great. Anyone have any other questions, guys, please?
Sir, how can we get any assistant during any if we
Of
have in
course.
doubt? How can
Yes, yes.
how,
Yes, Pavan Kumar. Maximum 3 years. Maximum 3 years. I suggest you to put maximum 3 years only, guys. Don't go beyond that, because beyond that, you rarely find the people having that much experience, because GCP itself is very new to the people from the last 3 years, known to the people from last 3 years only. Don't put more than that. Taking my situation, I have more than 4 years of experience, but that's secondary because I have worked for many US projects. But usually in India, most of the people have hardly 2.5 years of experience. Maximum you can go for 3 years. That's fine. Okay, this course will give you 3 years of experience. You can put 3 years of experience. Yes. 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 Anyone have any other questions, guys? Please.
sir? So I'm Samya. So I'm asking that how if any doubt occurs, can we get any assistant from you
You
and
can.
how we
Yes.
can
Yes. Yes. We can. You can ask in the live session itself after the session is completed, or you can also ask in the group. There will be a group created. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes, for sure. Okay, any other questions, guys? Anyone? I hope you guys got some idea on the demo session one. Today we have completed the demo session one, where we have seen more about what is data engineering, what is Google Cloud Platform, what is the course curriculum here. I am presenting you the course curriculum here on a high level so that you guys can see. And if you guys have any questions, you can also ask me tomorrow. Tomorrow we are having the demo two session, guys. Tomorrow we are having the demo two session at the same time. Okay, at the same time we are having the demo 2 tomorrow, nothing but Sunday, at same time, nothing but 7 9:30 to, sorry, 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. IST. Okay, the regular sessions are from Monday. This is Sunday, right? The regular sessions are Monday, guys. So demo 2, after demo 2, you guys have to complete the enrollment. The regular sessions are from Monday. I will talk about this one tomorrow also, no worries. Okay, so this is what it is. And if you guys have any questions, you can speak with our management teams. And if you have any technical question, you can ask me tomorrow in the demo session as well. Okay, yes. I hope you guys have learned something today. And if anyone have any high level question, you can ask me now, guys. Otherwise, we can wind up the session. Any questions? Okay, perfect. Thank you all. Have a great day. And we will
Sir,
meet tomorrow at
actually,
the
I
same
can,
time. And we
I
will
can,
see
a-
you.
I sir, I actually I can ask any silly question.
Sorry for that. Sorry, please.
Sir, actually, every time I will ask because I want to learn and I want to work. So actually, many times I can ask any silly questions also.
No, you can ask, but I'll not. So I'll try to answer it as much as possible. Usually, what
Mm.
happens in my sessions is that I'll be starting from very basic to that once. So most of the
Okay.
questions are directly covered. But yes, if you have any such kind of a questions, for sure you can ask me. Not a problem at all.
I cannot interrupt in between the session. I will ask
End of
end
the
of the
session,
session.
yes. End of
Yes.
the session. That's a good idea. That's the same thing that we follow. So any
Mm.
questions you guys having, you can always ask me. I'll always give you the time for you to ask the question. And end of the session also you can ask me. Yes, for sure.
Thank you, sir.
Sure, sure, guys. Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye bye, guys. We will meet tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, guys. And it's
Bye.
been great.
Good night.
Yeah, today. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Good night. Bye bye.